table.
As Putin knows, I'm the toughest one that he's ever had to deal with. He's never had to deal with anybody like me.
The successful meeting today in Anchorage would lead to a second summit in short order between Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Because I'm going to let them negotiate their deal. I'm not going to negotiate the deal. I'm going to let them negotiate their deal.
Before leaving Alaska late tonight, President Trump is expected to hold a news conference, possibly alongside Putin.
That's Fox's Jared Halpin, who will travel with the president to Anchorage. Now, President Trump also on Brian's show talked about his federal takeover of Washington, D.C. police, calling in National Guard troops and federal agents again, saying crime's out of control.
It's worse now than ever before. You know that. Anybody that lives here knows that.
President Trump highlighted claims that D.C. crime data had been fudged to make the city appear safer than it is. This month, the lawsuit was quietly settled with a former D.C. police sergeant who claimed she was punished for speaking out about pressure to misclassify violent crimes as lesser offenses.
That's Fox's Alexandria Hoff. Now, Attorney General Pam Bondi has appointed the DEA administrator to be Washington's acting police commissioner, but both the D.C. Attorney General and Mayor Muriel Bowser call that unlawful and say they are not legally obligated to follow that order. A setback for the Trump administration in court. A federal judge in Maryland has blocked two actions the Department of Education took that she says violated the law, threatening to cut off federal funding from schools and universities that do not eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What happened in southwest Indianapolis on Thursday? Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 92 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A man was killed after he was hit by a car Thursday morning on Indy's southwest side.
Indy Metro police officers got a call about this shortly after 11 o'clock, and they arrived at the intersection of West Troy Avenue and Dennison Street near South Lyndhurst Drive. Officers spotted the man. He was taken to a hospital in bad shape, but he later died. Officers say when they arrived at the scene, they could not find the suspect. They say he may have ran off. If you have any information, you can give the department a call. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
In Selma, Indiana State Police say they found a 10-year-old child dead in a car last night. The child had a known lifelong medical condition. The Delaware County Coroner's Office will perform an autopsy this morning. Congressman Rudy Yakum is visiting all 11 counties in his Hoosier 2 district, and he's promoting the One Big Beautiful Bill. He stopped off at a manufacturing plant called McCormick's in St. Joe on Thursday.
One of the things that McCormick told me that they're really excited about is the pro-business provisions, where they will be now once again incentivized to make investments in equipment, to make investments in new manufacturing space, which they plan to do because of the One Big Beautiful Bill.
And his tour wraps up at the end of August. An Indianapolis woman got a call that a mother never wants to get. Here's Johnette Cruz.
Taylor's dad called me and said Taylor's been shot.
That's Ashley, the mother of Taylor J. Miller, who got the call that her 21-year-old son had been shot multiple times while servicing a home. A few hours later, Taylor died. Since then, Ashley claims a series of missteps have happened with IMPD detectives, which have prevented any movement in the case.
No one was investigating my son's death for 60 days after it happened.
In a statement sent to WIBC, the IMPD says they are committed to seeking justice for Taylor and for every victim of violence in our community. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And the Indiana Fever are back at home tonight against the Washington Mystics. Tip-off at 7:30 downtown. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It is 6:04.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Another update is just minutes away.
President Trump, Friday's summit in Alaska, stop the war in Ukraine. Zelensky will not be part of those talks.
Hear the news.
Senator Adam Schiff leaked classified information to damage President Trump in his first term.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Indiana House Democrats, Texas Democrats, in Chicago.
A president desperately wants to cling to power.
On air.
Relief from the heat is on the way.
And online.
Highs in the 80s. Lower dew points will help.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
All right, the construction zone on the south side, it looks fairly decent at the moment as you check out northbound 65 going into the south split. We're wide open from 465 to Raymond Street, at least as much as you can be in a construction zone. But we do slow down once we hit Raymond into the south split, and I do see some rollers up on the right side of the interstate right now going on northbound, so please be careful of that. Traffic sponsored by Compassion International. Imagine a child in extreme poverty wanting over a year or just waiting over a year to be sponsored. End their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Tony, good morning. The heat back in a big way here today and over the next several days. Lots of sunshine. It's going to be a lot more humid this afternoon. That's going to be the difference maker. Today's high around 90, but heat indices will be in the mid-90s this afternoon. Clear and muggy overnight, a low of 71. Pretty rough this weekend. Sunny, hot, a high of 93. Heat indices over 100. Sunday, partly cloudy, a high of 94. We could get those feels-like temperatures up to 105. We'll carry that over into Monday, partly cloudy, maybe a chance of storms late. Monday's high, 94.
God, that's awful.
It is terrible. Terrible, but by the middle of next week, I think we do see some signs that we'll get a pattern flip and finally kind of cool things down, get the humidity down quite a bit. So by next weekend and maybe a little beyond that, may start feeling pretty nice.
Yeah, talk to me about next Saturday. That's the only thing.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
What's going to happen next Saturday? That is key and paramount to everything.
Next Saturday?
Yes.
Early indications show me that we may not make it out of the 70s for high temperatures next Saturday. So
see,
maybe
and there
79.
will be at West Fork Whiskey, smoking cigars, drinking bourbon.
That's right.
Marcus will be there. Nick Searcy, the actor, producer, will be there.
Right.
Do I make it great for you or what?
That's perfect.
That's all I'm saying.
It's like I planned it.
Right. That's how you planned it.
That's how I. That's right.
Exactly. I've been saying that for minutes now.
I bet you have.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you, Marcus. 68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, by the way. VIP for the event, sold out. Sold out. I love you people. Tickets are still available. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. August 23rd from Hollywood to the Heartland. It's going to be so good. I did a walkthrough yesterday. We have added so much stuff in just a day. So many good things. I'll tell you all about it. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. The time is 6:08. $350 million worth. We're talking about unused border wall materials that the Biden White House, well, they sold. I can't make it up. They're like, oh, we don't need this. What do you mean you don't need this stuff? You got to build a wall, don't you? Ah, no. Walls are for suckers. And so they're like, we'll just get rid of all this equipment. It's unnecessary. The White House has been trying to get it back. So a government surplus auction company that acquired the stuff for like pennies on the dollar is now going to return it to the government. What that deal is, it's called GovPlanet. They were going to sell the unused steel panels and the bollards, right? Those call them spikes. Concrete. After Biden stopped building the wall in 2021 because Joe Biden was really smart or something. So they're going to get it back, they think, at a deal, and who knows what this company is getting on the other side. The company didn't do anything wrong. Government is selling what they consider to be surplus stuff. The company buys surplus stuff. No issue. Didn't do anything wrong at all. But it's just a reminder of how willing the Biden administration is to throw away dollars. Didn't have another place you could use this stuff, just get rid of it. It's like all the equipment they left in Afghanistan. And no interest in actually supporting safety and security. None. That was the last thing they were interested in when it came to the border. They never cared. They didn't care who got hurt. Makes you wonder what they're all about. What is it that really moves those in charge on the political left? I can ask this question on a great number of subjects of the political right, but on this subject, it's very clear. Everyone across the line, across the board, not interested in the safety and security of America. I question whether they're interested in America at all. I apologize for absolutely nothing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Big crowds in Westfield and a new nonstop at 6:32. Brought to you by the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Peace of mind in your investment portfolio. Is it possible? Yes, it is. It is very much. And Trajan Wealth will show you how to achieve that peace of mind with their upcoming must-see movie event. It's called Retirement on the Brink, and it's September 25th at Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel. Go to retirementonthebrink.com to reserve your VIP seat or call 1-800-670-0366. That's 800-670-0366. This eye-opening documentary is for everyone nearing retirement or just starting out in their investment career. It's a roadmap for investing, a way to secure that peace of mind, knowing you've done everything you can to secure your post-work future. Reserve your VIP seat today at 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement, DBA in most states at Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me.
Got to get to windownation.com right now to check out these incredible savings this month. Get 50% off all Windows styles, zero down, zero payments, zero interest for 2 years. You could be paying nothing until 2027. Let me repeat that offer because I think it bears repeating. Window Nation, right now, 50% off all style windows and no money up front until 2027. Are you kidding me? I'm a Window Nation customer. I love my Window Nation windows, and you will too, especially with this offer.
Even if you're just thinking about getting new windows, call Window Nation and speak to a representative. Lock this deal in. Ask them how you can get all of the savings. 866-90-NATION. You can schedule a fast, free estimate with Window Nation. And if you want to get the savings, you need to speak to somebody today. 866-90-NATION or go online to windownation.com. But you have to tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
What's up, Tony? Northbound 65 Southside crash at Raymond Street, and then we still have the slowdown from Raymond into the South Split because of the road construction zone. By the way, coming up this weekend, it is going to be another full closure on the south side, and this one's going to be northbound, the northbound direction only, closing from 465 up to the South Split beginning at 9 p.m. tonight. That's 9 p.m. tonight through the weekend. Traffic sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Matt Bear with Traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got very, very warm temperatures this weekend, but right now 68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:15.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
Trump has changed at least what he says about Russia in recent weeks, is expressing this public frustration, using that phrase, he's pissed me off, or that Putin is tapping me along, leading him along in these negotiations. We haven't seen him back that rhetorical change with any action, for instance, new sanctions. But when you speak to your contacts inside the White House, do they tell you that Trump's view of Putin has genuinely changed?
They don't, and I think they're not certain themselves. That initial.
Well, if you know that your sources don't know, and now you're going to tell me about how much they don't know, I guess I should be listening to you. Good Lord. That is nutty. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Of course, you've got Vladimir Putin in Anchorage with Trump, right? It's the social with the salmon. That's what they're calling the big event. It's like the Thriller in Manila, but different. Everybody wants to read into this what they want politically, as opposed to, let's see what comes out of this. Let's see what gets said from it. Let's see what kind of conversation takes place. That's all I can do. That's all I can hope for. If you hate Trump more than you want the data, I don't know what to do with you except to say, dear gosh, for those people, I would never want you inside my house. Now, there is a really excellent mapping done over there at the Wall Street Journal regarding the territory in question. Now, this part we certainly can engage in. There are these 4 areas that are questionable in terms of what Russia believes it now controls and what Ukraine says is Ukrainian territory. Now, we should argue it is Ukrainian territory. And absolutely, Russia took it. You've got Luhansk and Donetsk, right? Part of the Donbass, that eastern region. Then you have Zaporizhia, which is, it's not an easy pronunciation, Zaporizhzhia. So it's either Zaporizhia or Zaporizhia. I believe it's just pronounced Zaporizhia. And then you have to the south of that, Kherson. It is Kherson that connects to Crimea. It is Kherson that is on the Black Sea. Zaporizhia is on the Sea of Azov, on the other side of Crimea. Crimea dividing the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. The moral to this is that looking at maps is important because you could see levels of strategic advantage for the Russians. The Russians control about 100% of Luhansk. They control about 76% of Donetsk, 73% of Zaporizhia, and 70% of Kherson. So that's why this is a good map, just to give you an idea of, okay, here's the kind of line, front line, if you will, that we're looking at, and you could see where some strategic advantages for the Russians. This is not an advance on Kyiv. Although, if you allow them to take the land, everything's an advance on Kyiv, the capital. So this is the landmass that's being discussed, and what we are told through this conversation about Trump agreeing with the Europeans is the red line. The red line being, okay, this is a no-go area. We're not going to even have this conversation. We're not. The Ukrainians keep saying, we're not giving up land, which is to say Volodymyr Zelensky keeps saying this. They can say it from now until the end of time. It doesn't make it true, and it doesn't make it real. You have to stop the Russians from killing your people. How are you going to do this? They believe they can do this by getting more help from NATO and the United States and getting more weapons and firing these long-range missiles deep into Russia, destabilize parts of Russia for Putin, turn the people against him, and then get the public pressure to get him to stop because the killing. But it's all dependent on what we do. His entire modus operandi is not based on his own actions, it's based on our actions. And if anybody asks why the United States is involved in any level of quote-unquote peace process, one could at least point to that. So you get this good look at the areas involved. You get this understanding that you have, if you control this land, what you would describe as a land bridge for the Russians to get to Crimea and then be able to launch out the Black Sea to other areas. And if you say to me, well, Tony, they already have Crimea, what's the issue? Crimea is connected to Russia through something called the Kerch Bridge, Kerch, the Kerch Bridge. This bridge has been attacked by Ukraine. And without this bridge, Crimea is very difficult to get to. But if you have these other land masses, Luhansk, really Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson, you can easily get to Crimea. Easily you can have more military options in the Black Sea. You can have more trade opportunities. You have more control. And control is everything. Certainly if you're trying to still somehow position yourself as a hegemonic power, if you're still trying to give a perception, a projection of strength, you want to have trade with Turkey, you want to be able to play in other areas, this is what you do. This is what you do. You want this. Now, I'm not saying they don't have other access points to the Black Sea. I'm just saying this is why part of the reason they want the land. The other part, of course, is they're a dying country. We keep forgetting that Russia's a dying country. They've got nothing going on. Zero, less than zero. The only thing that the late Senator John McCain was truly ever correct about is Russia is a gas station masquerading as a country. They have oil, and that is all. That is all they have ever produced. That is all they have ever given the world. That and Baryshnikov. The end. So this conversation today, no idea how it's going to go. Would I trust Vladimir Putin? Gosh, no. If you're Trump, your methodology is, got to start somewhere. All right, I tried this, I tried that. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. I put the sanctions on. Now let's try this again. That's the difference. Trump does not believe in the sake of the hard line for its sake. He doesn't believe in the hard line to end the conversation. He believes in the sanction. He believes in the tough. Okay, now let's try again. Okay, now let's try again. Nope, you don't want to do it? All right, more sanctions. And all of a sudden, oh, look, that blew up. That's a shame. Hey, look, I've got 14 nuclear subs that are right now just hanging out there in the Bering Sea, in the Barents Sea, in the Kara Sea. Well, that would be a little bit risky right there. But why not? That would be to the north. talking about Siberia areas. Just let the Russians know where you can be at all times. Maybe now you'll come to the table. Maybe now I'll bother you enough. Maybe now you'll realize I'm not playing a game. Maybe now you'll realize I'm not screwing around. Will it be sanctions? I don't know. But to prejudge what is going to take place in the meeting, how things are going to be reacted to, that's crazy. That is the stuff of CNN, of MSNBC, and of the weakest minds. I'm going to wait to see what they talk about. But as for what the situation is on the ground, just a little bit of trying to explain it all. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
All right, Tony, looking at northbound 65 right now, stop and go traffic Raymond Street into the South Split. That's because of road construction. What about the other construction zone? The other major interstate construction zone is on the northeast side. It's called Clear Path, and right now it looks pretty good. Good morning, Fishers. Just fine right now on southbound 69 from State Road 37 to 465. It looks fantastic. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. The Minnesota Vikings are taking heat for having male cheerleaders. Jerry Lopez in for Casey. We'll talk about it Friday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
When you need power, you need a plan. Because without power, you have no plan except, hey, where am I going to get power? This is what Generator Supercenter is all about. It's about having a plan right now with a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter is the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. They have got all of them, and you're like, yeah. You're like, wait, is there more than one? I was actually getting myself a little tongue-tied there. Yes, there's more than one. There is a Generac automatic standby generator to fit your need, whether it's your home, your business, whatever the case may be. A Generac automatic standby generator that fits your needs is waiting for you at Generator Supercenter. They've got the financing available, low monthly payments, 24-hour monitoring. Talk to them today. Go visit the showroom, 96 at 69, or let them come to you. Show you how your Generac automatic standby generator is going to connect, lay out in your home, and make everything run at peak efficiency when the power goes down. Generator Supercenter. Call today, 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Weatherman upset that Trump cutting some funding to the National Weather Service. The war on science. Yeah, tell me more about that science that told me I had to wear a mask made in China that didn't protect me from anything. Tell me about the science of 6 feet apart. Tell me about the science of being in a restaurant. You can sit down and eat with no mask, but you got to stand up and wear a mask. But if you go to Cannes, you got to stand back up and put it on again.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Kendall and Casey.
Look at how he just broke it further than it was already broken. Why would you think he's going to fix anything?
Had the chance.
You know who you need to listen to? Us. We're the ones who are right. We're the ones who will tell you how it is. We're the ones who always stand up and own it. You need to listen to us. Stop listening to these politicians. They are to blame.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at
B-Window, we mean business.
Hammer and Nigel's show this afternoon. It's Beer Sample Friday. We're going to have a lot of fun, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a few beverages along the way. 93 WIBC.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
World leaders meeting in Alaska. Nothing on radar in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 71 degrees, going up to 92. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30. President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin will talk today in Alaska.
President Trump says his main goal is to set the table for a second, more productive summit that would include Ukrainian President Zelensky. Now, the president predicted that there's a 25% chance that today's bilateral with Putin could go south. The president has promised that Russia would face severe penalties if his Russian counterpart does not seem serious about wanting peace. President Putin did speak yesterday about the prospect of long-term peace, but tied it to a possible agreement on nuclear arms control. And President Trump feels in order to end the bloodshed in Ukraine, there must be some fair land swaps, but he reportedly told European leaders and Zelensky that he would not be discussing territorial divisions today.
And this meeting will also include talks about potential economic ties between Russia and the U.S., According to the Kremlin, this is the first meeting between the leaders since 21. Dollar General is recalling some instant coffee products.
The company issuing the voluntary recall in its stores across the country after a customer reported finding glass pieces in coffee grounds. The recalled products include 8-ounce Clover Valley instant coffee packages with certain lot numbers and best by dates. The product was sold in every state except Alaska and Hawaii. Dollar General says no illnesses or injuries have been reported so far. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
If you love eating meat, check this out.
The 21st Annual Sausage Fest at St. Thomas Aquinas in Indy starts today.
We have sausage from Kincaid's Meat Market. We have Sun King beer, and then live music, 5 bands on Friday night, 4 bands on Saturday night. We have kids games. We have a special area for the teens that has their own DJ.
That's Sausage Fest Chair Chris Durnall, 5:30 to midnight today and tomorrow at 46 in Illinois. Terry Stacy, WIBC Mobile News.
If you're going to the Indiana Fever game, just a heads up, IMPD says somebody has been breaking into cars during the game in the parking lot along Virginia Avenue, so lock your doors before you go to the game. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic, weather, and sports together in 3 minutes. It's 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. By the time Live Indianapolis concludes its 3-day stint in Westfield this weekend, the event is expected to be among the most highly attended competitions the Pro Golf Tour has hosted in the United States. A Live spokesperson tells the IBJ's Mickey Shuey that about 50,000 spectators are anticipated throughout the tournament, which runs today through Sunday at the club at Chatham Hills. It's on par with this year's Live stop in Dallas. The event is also expected to have as much as a $30 million impact on the Westfield area economy. Cabo, Mexico, for the first time ever on Indy's nonstop destination list for spring break 2026. Southwest Airlines will launch the first nonstop flight out of the Indianapolis International Airport to San Jose del Cabo, operating once daily on Saturdays, March 5th through April 6th. In Northwest Indiana, Gary Chicago International Airport has announced an accelerated construction schedule to a key component of its cargo services expansion. The receipt of a previously allocated $10 million state grant allows the airport to simultaneously build 8 wide-body aircraft parking positions on a new cargo logistics apron. The apron is part of $24 million in infrastructure improvements the airport began last fall. Ascension St. Vincent Evansville is marking the completion of a $16.8 million renovation. Over the past 5 years, the Hospital for Women and Children has undergone an overhaul from the ground up. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care, and deliveries keep moving. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Today, you either innovate or evaporate. We are accelerating the pursuit of progress, from the foods we eat to the heights we soar, because this is Indiana, the innovation capital of the world. We rally visionaries across industries, invest in connections as much as capital, and fuel our founders from dorm room to boardroom. Fuel your innovation with Elevate Ventures. Visit elevateventures.com.
A major milestone for an Indiana PR and marketing agency, Fort Wayne-based Ferguson, marking its 50th anniversary. Founded in 1975 by Rich Ferguson, the company has grown to become one of the largest agencies in Indiana, with more than 70 employees and a second office location in Indianapolis. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
All right, Gary, northbound 65 slow, Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. And a reminder that Lafayette Road Bridge still shut down over 465. They failed. There was a bridge inspection earlier in the week. The bridge failed the inspection, so they shut it down indefinitely. When we get a reopening date on that, we will let you know right here and at Baton Traffic. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. That means sports. That means Ryan Hedrick.
Tony, good morning. The Indianapolis Colts play their only preseason game at home on Saturday against the Green Bay Packers, and the head coach still hasn't named a starting quarterback.
We'll work through that. You know, we obviously had today. We got a preseason game. We got some practices next week, and we'll work through it. Again, I don't have an exact timetable on it, but sooner than later would be nice.
And Shane Steichen says Daniel Jones gets the start, and then Anthony Richardson will come in after him.
Both have been doing a nice job, so we'll go from there. But I'm pleased with both of them. I mean, I want to see how this thing plays out on Saturday, and then we'll see, early next week and see where it goes.
A couple of injuries Thursday to tell you about. Samson Ebukam, who's a defensive end, and wide receiver Josh Downs both left practice with injuries. The Indiana Fever play the Washington Mystics tonight. No Caitlin Clark. That means Kelsey Mitchell running the point.
I think Steph does a good job of not even making it a big deal. I like to think that it's me, the player I am, and who I try to be. I don't make it a big deal. I'm just trying to make the right plays.
And the game starts at 7:30. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com.
I will be getting into what's going on, the latest drops of information regarding how James Comey, James Clapper, John Brennan, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, what your government did to you. I will get into those stories. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Because MSNBC and CNN don't want to cover it is inconsequential to the reality. What your country did to you and what you can do to ensure that you have a better country. Because this is the part that people keep losing out on. What do we do next? There was a weird conversation that took place over there at CNBC. It was CNBC, and they had Charlie Kirk on there, and it was a conversation of, it always seems like you guys are looking back. And this was a nonsense statement, as I saw it as well. One needs to know what was done to us so one knows properly how to deal with what's coming. And if you say to me that it is wrong to take a look at those, what I would refer to as crimes committed against the citizenry, and ask, how are those people brought to justice? I would say to you, I don't think you understand the American experience. This is not a conversation of retribution. This is a conversation of why are we now all of a sudden opposed to the very concept of justice at all? Because it happened then. We have entire police units dedicated to cold cases. We hunt people down. We celebrate these things. Yet when it comes to Hillary or Obama, Clapper, Comey, Brennan, Loretta Lynch, name anybody who was part of the cabal. Nothing? We should just forget it and move on? It's a nonsense argument. It's nonsense. And we should treat it as such. And we should be taking a look at what these people did to us, what your government did to you. The pressure on the NSA to join in to this erroneous statement regarding an assessment of Russian intelligence. We're in this together. That's our story and we're sticking to it. Knowing that there was no information and they said, let's go make some. They did what they did. Now, this is going to lead us to in a conversation of retribution to redistricting. I will get to that because I fully accept where Indiana Republicans are. But that's we're going to get to. I will also make sure that we are clear. Pete Buttigieg is the low-rent, smarmy guy we always said he was. If he thinks he's running for president, I mean, he can, but he's going to get laughed out of the room. So he did an interview. The former Secretary of Transportation, former Mayor of South Bend, on Pod Save America. That's the Obama Bros podcast. Who knows what they knew? These guys have never met an Iranian despot they didn't love. What? Tommy Vitor's going to get mad at me? Ooh. Wait, can you say that still? Can you go, ooh? I don't know. I don't know the rules there. Buttigieg, in a conversation about Israel, he was answering questions. I guess it was a negative reaction. It is important to be clear about something this enormous and this painful. It's just that it's so enormous and it's so painful that sometimes words can fail. Translation, forgive me for not being able to hold a position that would be the position of men. I'm just afraid of positions because they can be used against me. He would vote for an arms embargo against Israel. He would recognize a Palestinian state as part of a two-state solution. And the U.S. should not pass any more agreements with Israel for foreign military aid. The idea of a two-state solution only exists in the eyes of the political leftist who wants Israel destroyed. There is no such thing. That means he would do a two-state solution with Hamas, which is a terrorist organization. And if you think that Israel shouldn't be able to buy any weapons and you support Bernie Sanders, fine. But nobody wants to now hear you, I would assume, from the Israeli side when they go in and just take the whole place. In every instance, this is Buttigieg supporting what terrorists are doing. I can break it down any way you like. He is exactly the weak-minded guy you thought he was. Pete Buttigieg will never be the man John Fetterman is. Just fact. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Another update is just minutes away.
President Trump, Friday's summit in Alaska, stop the war in Ukraine. Zelensky will not be part of those talks.
Hear the news.
Senator Adam Schiff leaked classified information to damage President Trump in his first term.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Indiana House Democrats, Texas Democrats, in Chicago.
A president desperately wants to cling to power.
On air.
Relief from the heat is on the way.
And online.
Highs in the 80s, lower dew points will help.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
There sure are a lot of memories in that house. It's where you celebrated years of anniversaries and birthdays. Where you watched the kids grow. Where you relaxed in your retirement. You love it right down to the scuff on the dining room floor and that sticky window in the bedroom. But now the stairs are getting harder, the lawn, the cleaning, the repairs, it's just too much to keep up. And you know it's probably time to downsize. But the thought of getting the house ready to sell is overwhelming. It's time to learn about Simple Quarters. They'll buy your house as is. No repairs, no worries. They handle everything. You take what you want, and you leave the rest. They're a Christian company, so they understand the emotional ties, and they'll be respectful of your memories and feelings as they help you simplify your life. If you're considering downsizing and want a hassle-free way to sell your home, call Simple Quarters at 317-900-HOME. That's 317-900-HOME, or go to simplequarters.com.
Check out what's going on with 93 WIBC.
Join Sertoma Club of Greenwood this Saturday for Wham Fest, a festival of wine, art, music, and microbrew at Greenwood's Craig Park. Visit whamfest.com for tickets and details.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what's going on?
Northbound 65 south side, stop and go traffic Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. And Lafayette Road Bridge still shut down because of a failed inspection earlier in the week. No timetable on when it's going to reopen. This is Lafayette Road over 465. That's the bridge on the northwest side. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to B Window. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 6:45.
Hi, this is Denny Smith for Exercise Inc. I've been working out there now for nearly 2 decades, and let me tell you, it works. I'm in my 70s now, and I'm doing things on the farm that I couldn't even do in my 40s. Lifting and carrying, working the way I want to, without worrying if my body can keep up. Now that's real strength. That's real results. What makes Exercise Inc. different? Well, it's the people. The professional staff, many with over 15 years of experience, know exactly how to guide me, support me, and push me to be my very strongest because they know what works. It only takes 20 minutes a week. No wasted time, no crowded gyms, just real results. If you're tired of feeling weaker, if you want more energy and strength for everyday life, give this a try. The consultation is free, and I can promise you it's worth it. Exercise Inc. It's helped me stay strong for nearly 20 years. They can help you too. Go to exerciseinc.com today to sign up. They've got locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Zionsville, and Greenwood, and in Fishers too. That's exerciseinc.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln and Fishers.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I loved how everybody, the minute they heard the story, they were like, "Wait, let's make sure this is right. Let's not jump to conclusions here and say that the mayor of D.C., after Donald Trump took over the district's safety and security and has been engaging all these arrests, let's not jump to some conclusion or buy into some story that she decided to vacation at Martha's Vineyard. No. Let's check, double check, and recheck. Oh, she did. This is nuts. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? The mayor, Muriel Bowser, on vacation. The D.C. mayor. So your city does have a violence problem. No, there's no violence problem in D.C. The violence is down. Wait, is there no violence problem or is the violence down? Which one is it? Pick one. If the violence is down in terms of the statistics, great. But is there still a problem? If you tell me there's no problem, then why are you telling me that, hey, look, the statistics say that the violence and the crime are down? It's a weird argument to make. Maybe someone's lying. I'm just saying it's very, very possible, isn't it? That someone's just not telling the truth? Because that's what it sounds like. According to her office, she's away for a family matter on Martha's Vineyard. I want to say for the record, I have never been once called to a family matter on Martha's Vineyard. That has never come up. Never. No one's ever been like, Tony, we have to have an urgent meeting of the family. Where are we meeting? Martha's Vineyard. Fantastic. I'll go find my pink shorts and boat shoes. I'll see you there, Biff. I assume I'm meeting with Biff. I mean, who else are you going to meet on Martha's Vineyard? Very weird. Very weird. And still people reacting to it, upset by it. Well, let them be. Remember that Trump took the action. Now Trump is on the hook. Things have to get better. City's got to get cleaned up. Even if he only has 30 days, they're going to be able to say, well, you only gave us 30 days because of the law. It should have been extended by Congress. It wasn't. We tried. Right? That's the out there. But if you get the time, you got to actually make it work. You have to get a result. You put yourself out there. You said you can do this. And that means it's got to go get done. Meanwhile, Kash Patel, he is the director of the FBI. He's on Fox News discussing all of the, data that the FBI had and they were trying to destroy regarding, I said twice. Listen.
Sean, I was blown away, but sadly, it's come to be expected in this town when corrupt bureaucrats weaponize and destroy law enforcement like predecessors of mine did at the FBI. And thankfully, Donald Trump's mandate and election victory was for transparency and accountability. Sean, just think about this for a second. Not only did we expose the Russiagate hoax with the greats like Devin and Trey and Johnny Ratcliffe when we were back there in the House Intel Committee excavating and exposing the FISA abuses, the corruption of political parties, and the lies to a federal court just to illegally surveil a presidential candidate. I come in then years later, nearly a decade as a director of the FBI, thinking we uncovered most of it. But sadly, we found a room locked away in the Hoover building that contained burn bags. And just for your audience, Sean, a burn bag is a government bag that is specifically created to destroy classified evidence and shred and burn it. Hence the name burn bag. We didn't find one, we found 7. That wasn't the only thing we found in there. We found hard drives from our predecessors and prior FBI leadership. And folks like Page, Strzok, Comey, McCabe, Comey, the list goes on from Russiagate. The names were strewn all over these materials. Now,
I love how he named Comey twice because Comey is twice as guilty. What did they know about the lack of Russian influence in the election? What did they really do about manufacturing the information about Russian influence, the stories they told, the lies that they told? That's what we need to find out here. And I do hope we get every bit of information. I do hope we get to see what it is that our government did to us, what your government did to you. That other news outlets don't cover the story is completely inconsequential to whether or not it is a news story. Now, they will tell you that if they're not covering it, it doesn't matter. This is exactly what NPR did. They said, we're not covering the Hunter Biden laptop story because we have determined it doesn't matter. It doesn't count. It's not really news. How many more times must one see them dismiss stories, dismiss people, dismiss subjects, only to find that that is the story, that is the person, that is the subject? Which is why, and it is difficult, they cannot be trusted. And they cannot set any narrative. They cannot set the stage. Tell us everything about what these people did, and then let us hold them accountable. Look at what these people, this government, our government, did to us, did to you. Let us hold them accountable. And for us, let's make sure that anybody they support never wins an election again. I can't say it enough. Interesting stuff from the FBI director, Kash Patel. I am curious to find out what else they find. But don't tell me you found a burn bag and then all of a sudden everything in it is just, nothing. can't go on to Hannity's show there on Fox, make the declaration, and then not have something to provide. Can't do that. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic. Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. And southbound 6570 is slowed down from Fletcher Avenue into the south split. Northbound 65 slow around to Meridian. Clear path construction zone on the northeast side looks pretty good right now as you check out northbound 465. Just fine from East 56th Street up to Allisonville Road and beyond. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear, traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
Indianapolis was built for speed, electricity, and non-stop action. So was Live Golf. So where better to crown a new individual champion? Leading the pack, Rahm, DeChambeau, and Neiman. But only one can be the victor. So be at Chatham Hills August 15th to 17th as Live Golf gets even louder. With a doubleheader concert from Riley Green and Jason Derulo. Tickets are already flying out of the gate. Hurry and grab yours now at livegolf.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
It's hot out there.
The weather's hot.
And when we say hot,
But the headlines, they're even hotter.
I mean extremely hot.
The news of the day is heating up.
IMPD officers shot at least 3 times. One suspect was also shot.
Diego Morales, Secretary of State, in his bizarro international travel.
Playing out right in front of us every single day.
Stay cool.
Finally, a cool down is coming.
Stay informed.
All the information right here.
Stay with 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, a viral video of a man who police say is a child predator and the consequences that it has for him. Shots fired on Indy's east side early this morning, what police are telling you, and what happened at Indianapolis Colts camp Thursday. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 7 o'clock.
The president is getting ready to go. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, to Alaska this hour, taking his push to stop the war in Ukraine directly to Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
I don't know that we're going to get an immediate ceasefire, but I think it's going to come. See, I'm more interested in immediate peace deal, getting peace fast.
President Trump told Fox's Brian Kilmeade radio show there is a 25% chance the talks fail, but if they succeed, he wants a second meeting with Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky and Putin to let them make a deal.
Today we may see something that hasn't happened since the last time Donald Trump was president before the Ukraine war. President Trump and President Putin standing side by side answering reporter questions.
Fox's Peter Ducey already in Anchorage.
There's been talk about land swaps, what Ukraine gets, what Russia gets, but this entire deal may ultimately hinge on rare earth minerals that exist beneath the ground here in Alaska. President Trump is expected to offer some kind of access in exchange for a ceasefire.
In the president's Washington, D.C. crime crackdown, he and Attorney General Pam Bondi keep pushing back on the police statistics showing a drop in violent crime the last 2 years. She tells Fox's Hannity.
An extremely divisive city council. You have liberal judges. You have no cash bail, as you said. You have juveniles running rampant over this city. And you have a Metro Police Department. They want to do their jobs.
Bondi's named the DEA Administrator Terry Cole as D.C.'s acting police commissioner, but Washington's Attorney General calls that unlawful. Democratic Texas lawmakers who left the state to block a congressional redistricting may return as the legislative session ends. They were praised by former President Obama.
Calling the Texas Democratic lawmakers' actions, quote, inspiring after meeting with them via Zoom. Obama posting this quote, "I am so proud of the Texas House Democrats."
Fox's Chanley Painter. That redistricting could benefit Republicans in the next year's elections. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
An Indianapolis man depicted as a child predator is fired. Nothing on radar, 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 92. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. An East Side business says it's fired an employee who took part in a child sex vigilante sting that went viral on social media.
A sting operation recorded for social media, and a police officer who said there's nothing he can do.
I have run into this before. Yeah. I will say our prosecutor will not touch this.
It led to the employee being fired. The Academy Volleyball Club telling News 8 player safety is the Academy's highest priority. We take complaints of inappropriate activity seriously, fully investigate them, and take appropriate steps to remedy the situation. The video host claimed to have graphic sexual images and messages the employee sent to a 14-year-old.
And that's Wish TV's Tim Spears reporting this morning. Shots fired on the east side of Indianapolis early this morning, right before 2 o'clock near 42nd and Post Road. Police responded to a corner. They found a man lying in the street, shot multiple times. They pronounced him dead at the scene. They found shell casings, and now they're still looking into this. You may be wondering when people's bank accounts, when your bank account will get bigger, as President Trump has promised a more robust economy. Congressman Rudy Yakum had lunch at a local cafe yesterday. He talked about what the waiters and the waitresses are telling him.
Their tips that they make to this day, they no longer have to pay tax on. So that those changes are effective not only immediately, but also retroactive to January 1st. The good news for hardworking Hoosiers is that we made these tax provisions retroactive to January 1st of this year.
Yakum says it's all in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill signed into law on July 4th. Yakum is on a tour around Indiana promoting that bill until August 29th. Her son is dead, and she's been searching for answers. Jeanette Cruz has the story.
21-year-old Taylor J. Miller was shot and killed on February 15th of 2023 in the Hallville neighborhood of Indianapolis. And since then, his mother Ashley says she's gotten little help from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department.
So nobody went door to door to ask. I'm not going to say nobody. I did. I went in a dangerous neighborhood and went door to door. I found one woman who had called 911 and she saw my son laying in the street.
Taylor was servicing a home that called for plumbing services when he was shot multiple times from behind near his truck. IMPD homicide detectives say they continue to actively work on the case as it is an open and ongoing investigation. Jeanette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Indianapolis Colts held joint training camp with the Green Bay Packers right ahead of their Saturday preseason game number 2 at Lucas Oil Stadium, with the Pack kickoff at 1 o'clock Saturday. Live Golf is in Westfield as they get ready to tee off some of the country's best players, and the Indiana Fever play the Washington Mystics at home tonight. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
It's happening. Run northbound 65 Southside stop and go traffic. Raymond Street into the south split because of construction, and westbound 70 into the north split looks just fine for the moment. We're good from 465 on the east side to the north split. Traffic sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed now and get rest you deserve at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. They make sleep easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's happening?
Hey, good morning. Overall, as far as humidity values go, not too terrible this morning, but those humidity values will really increase later this afternoon, and it's going to be stifling this weekend. Sunny, hot, and humid today. Highs near 90 degrees with feels like temperatures into the lower 90s. Clear skies tonight. Very muggy conditions overnight. Lows will only drop to about 74. Saturday, sunny, hot, humid. Highs around 93 with feels like temperatures near the triple digits. Partly cloudy, hot, and humid on Sunday. Highs near 94. Those feels like temperatures between 100, maybe up to 105 in some spots. And then on Monday, the heat. Yes. I'm bringing the heat. I like it. Hot and humid heading into early next week as well. Yes. Ah, there you go.
You almost had another one right there. Right there, like with them, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Isolate
do that all the
producer
time?
Carl.
Stop it. Do I do that all the time? Oh, there we go. Just go throughout the entire folder.
I have 4 already. I have room for another 9,000.
Nice.
So,
good gravy.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to need good gravy, too, producer Carl. Oh, he's very busy this morning. We're going to need good gravy. If you would, Carl, if you would get that done, I don't even know what else you're doing. Like, that's it. There's nothing else to do. Make that happen. Right there. Right there. Hey, we sold out of VIP tickets for Hollywood to the Heartland. Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised. You're kind of a big deal.
Gone. Is that it? It's not actor producer Nick Searcy. It's all me.
Yes, it's you.
It's not the bourbon.
Well, it's the barbecue and the bourbon.
Not only is there going to be a bourbon tasting, we've added to the bourbon tasting. You're going to be able to get special deals on bottles and do your own wax dip, and there's going to be distillery tours. Like yesterday was, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Why don't we do the other? And everyone was like, my gosh, that's fantastic. What would Tara Hastings say? And the answer was
yes.
So
exactly.
So there it is. There it is.
I highly recommend distillery tours. They are fantastic. We just went on one over the weekend. It was great.
Yeah, you did Jack. You posted. You did Jack and Jack Daniels, and you brought me back nothing.
I did not. Hey, do you know that our tour guide said that the first Friday of every month, along with their paycheck, they get a bottle of Jack, and they call it Good Friday.
Huh.
Isn't that awesome?
I believe. Listen, I'm no expert, but I believe that the Christians have a copyright on that. So they're going to have to. They may have to check with the lawyers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's
Anything
awesome.
else? Is there any other little nuggets you've got for us today?
I think those are the only nuggets I have, yes.
All right. Now, are we going to see you next week?
I need to consult my husband and my calendar.
Still consulting. There is only one answer.
Yes. Yes.
She's making fun of herself.
I am.
So great. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. I appreciate you being here. As always, the work that you do, the joy that you bring us. Right now, we have got ourselves, what is that, 67, 67 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:10. Indianapolis to Mexico. Get it while it's hot. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Non-stops from Southwest Airlines. Indianapolis to San Jose del Cabo, Mexico, via the Los Cabos International Airport. So this is from March 5th to April 6th. So basically, hey, spring breakers, got you covered. It's going to happen for a month. That's weird, right? This is my question for Mario Rodriguez, who is the executive director of the Indianapolis Airport Authority. Does a month's worth of nonstops, does that really make a difference? It's short term. Do you get, is there something residual that you get from that that's pretty great? Right? If constant nonstops is one thing. A month's worth of nonstops, not my world, not my industry, so I don't have an answer for how that works. Or is it like something that you say and that says, well, maybe we could do our airline there for a month or 2 months? Or is that how it builds out? Just curious as to how that goes. And the Pacers schedule is out. And I have to assume with Halliburton out for the year that everybody's like, wasted year, wasted opportunity. I don't like that kind of feel. I don't like that kind of attitude. I'm hoping for good things. The idea of getting back to a finals without Halliburton seems outrageously difficult. But I mean, they open up the season at home against Oklahoma City, whom they lost to in the finals in 7 games. Then the home stint starts with Halloween against the Hawks, then Golden State, then the Milwaukee Bucks, then the Brooklyn Nets. So it's 4 at home. Is it a good schedule? Is it not a good schedule? I got to study it a little bit more, and I think others are going to have a better answer for this than me. It's just a question of what kind of year do we think we're going to get? What is the plan when one of your key components isn't there? You know, and I'm not trying to disparage the rest of the team because I don't think the rest of the team is like, well, it's all over. I don't think those guys act like that in the slightest. Not for a second. So the schedule is out. Check it out for yourself. They finish the season 2 games at home against the Sixers and against the Detroit Pistons. So way to close it out, kids. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Your future holds so much potential. The question is, are you planting the right seeds today to make it flourish? At Howard Bailey Financial, we strive to help you create a retirement plan that can adapt to your evolving needs, offering guidance to bring you clarity, confidence, and purpose along the way. Whether you're just beginning or refining your financial strategy, we're here to support you. Let's grow something lasting together. Text GROW to 888-262-1104 to start planning for your future full of possibility. That's GROW to 888-262-1104. Take the first step today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
Hey to all the grown-ups out there. So summer slowly fades and backpacks fill up again, and we know the school year can sometimes bring stress, but we want to encourage you from Life Church that God's word can bring peace. Isaiah 41 says, "Don't worry, I'm with you. Don't be afraid, I'm your God. I will make you strong and will help you." Whether it's the first day of kindergarten or senior year, know you're not alone. God is with you, and we will be praying for students, parents, and teachers too. Parents, you can do this. We will help you. LifeChurchIN.com.
Have recent storms caused damage to your roofing or siding? Cochran Exteriors is now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home. From blown-offs to full replacements, Cochran Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Trust a company that was here before the storm and will be long after. For your free, no-obligation consultation, schedule today at CochranExteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. Cochran Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Yeah, looking at northbound 65 on the south side, that stop and go traffic from Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. And then checking out the rest of the interstate right now, inbound 69 a little bit slow, 106th Street down to 82nd. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under get in free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Got a picture of your house and you standing by the
August 23rd, tickets.tonykatz.com. The VIP is sold out. Knew it was coming, and we're going to sell out soon. And I'm telling you, the event got bigger yesterday. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher Remodeling, BOOHER. BooherRemodeling.com. Sponsor of From Hollywood to the Heartland. Myself, actor, producer, Nick Searcy, all taking place next Saturday, the 23rd. The 23rd at West Fork Whiskey in Westfield, Indiana. I was there yesterday, just making sure we knew how things were going to lay out. Additional bourbons have been added. Oh yeah. We've got more bourbon to try. We selected the drink that comes with your ticket. And then distillery tours. Oh, we're doing the whole thing. It's going to be unbelievable how much is going to take place. And then, of course, we're going to be there telling stories and Hollywood stories, the stories of his making of 2 documentaries regarding January 6th. It's going to be fantastic. It is going to be such a good time. Weather is looking very, very good for us for cigars on the patio afterwards. It's going to be sensational. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Brought to you by Booher Remodeling. Get your tickets while you can. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Premier Arms, a sponsor. DefianceBeef.com, a sponsor. The great people at Just Add Water Boats coming in to be a sponsor. I keep telling them they got to bring a boat. We have places for the boats. Bring boats. We want to see them. It's going to be nuts. It's good. By the way, there are going to be such incredible deals on bourbon and on the jewelry from PA Jewelers and the watches from Von Riest, where I do work with, vonriest.com. It's going to be such a great night. Tickets.tonykatz.com. Thanks to Boer Remodeling for making that happen. The popcorn moment. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's the story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. You can't talk about people losing their minds without talking about Alec Baldwin. What? Too soon? No? Yeah. Can't be done. Can't be done. As I was saying earlier, the amount of people who have just responded with such incredible silliness about Trump and what's happening in D.C. and trying to make things better. Trump has not violated a single law, and no one of a rational mind is saying so. But the people claiming that everything has been fine in D.C. and everything's safe, well, these people they know they're lying, and you know they're lying. But for Alec Baldwin, the actor, when he is not shooting people, what? We know what happened. He is commenting on the politics. I guess he's at a park. Maybe he's there with his kids. He has young kids. And he's talking about Trump federalizing D.C. and goes into a very weird conversation about what's next. You know, it goes like this.
What's going to happen next? Is Trump going to federalize the New York City Police Department? What's after that? Chicago, L.A., Miami, Boston? And on and on. What's after that? The NFL, the NBA, you're going to federalize them and take them over?
So Alec Baldwin, in thinking that he's an intellectual, went from the federalizing of the police in D.C., where D.C. exists via a charter of Congress, and the president has the authority to do this, to asking if the president's going to take over other cities, which he cannot do, as far as I know it, to then saying, is he going to take over the NFL or the NBA? What is that like? What is that like to just say whatever it is that comes to mind and somehow think that, my gosh, this is really intellectual stuff here? That's the beauty of being a progressive, for being able to say that and have other progressives go, yeah, is that what he's going to do next? No connection to reality, no focus whatsoever. But he's not done. No, why would Alec Baldwin be done?
All he wants to do is deflect from his inadequacy by these bold, insane moves. Take over DC police. It's not what I need.
What do you mean it's not what you need? Who asked what you need? If you're fine with crime-ridden, if you're fine with attacks, if you're fine with attempted rapes, you be you. Weird stuff, man. Super weird stuff. And by the way, I think all of us are fully aware that you're super fine with criminal activity. What? Did I say anything that's improper? I don't think so. I think I'm right on it. I don't need that. Tell us what you need, Alec Baldwin.
I don't need this DC police to be taken over. I don't. I need to get the tariffs over with. I need to get the war over with. I need to get the Gaza thing over with. And after that, we have something else we have to get over with.
They have to get the Gaza thing over with. Is the Gaza thing. I'm sorry. If that doesn't prove the kind of intellectual Alec Baldwin is, I don't know what does. The Gaza thing. But then he goes full cryptic.
And after that, we have something else we have to get over with.
And after that...
And after that, we have something else we have to get over with.
And after that, we have something else we have to get over with. Well, whatever do you mean, Alec Baldwin? What else do we have to get over with? Oh, that's right. We have to get to some elections where we ensure that your fellow traveler leftists never win another office, never get power. Never once, never ever. Wait, or the way you say it, you sound like you're talking about something nefarious. Well, you would know nefarious, Alec Baldwin. I don't care what the court said. I'm not saying he should be in jail. Wait, hold on. He should be in jail, but he's not in jail. I'm saying, you ask me, that guy's guilty. He did what he did. And we have to get something else. We have something else we have to get over with. I don't know what he means. Maybe somebody should ask him. But they need to get the Gaza thing over with. It's just too insane of a line for words. And he went from the federalizing of the D.C. police to Trump taking over the NBA. You don't have to be cogent when you're a progressive. And between Alec Baldwin and Joe Biden, they've proven it. Matt Bear has got traffic on the 5s. What's up, Matthew?
Northbound 65 stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the South Split. That's a construction zone. And inbound 69 slow from 106th Street down to 82nd. Reminder, northbound 65 closing for the weekend on the south side. This is from 465 up to the South Split. That closure begins 9 p.m. tonight and ends Monday morning at 6 a.m. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show this afternoon. It's Beer Sample Friday. We're going to have a lot of fun, the biggest stories in Indy, and maybe a few beverages along the way. 93 WIBC.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc, RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540, 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter, expires 9/1.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
Hammer and Nigel.
The state of Texas can require voter ID for mail-in ballots.
It's not required already.
But Joe Biden got 82 million legal votes, Nigel. If you think otherwise, you might as well put the tinfoil hat on, okay? I don't think it's asking too much to have some sort of proof that you're a legal citizen in your mail-in ballot. Find a way.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Kendall and Casey.
Look at how he just broke it further than it was already broken. Why would you think he's going to fix anything?
He had the chance.
You know who you need to listen to? Us. We're the ones who are right. We're the ones who will tell you how it is. We're the ones who always stand up and own it. You need to listen to us. Stop listening to these politicians. They are to blame.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window, we mean business.
Another update is just minutes away.
President Trump. Friday's summit in Alaska. Stop the war in Ukraine. Zelensky will not be part of those talks.
Hear the news.
Senator Adam Schiff leaked classified information to damage President Trump in his first term.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Indiana House Democrats, Texas Democrats, in Chicago.
A president desperately wants to cling to power.
On air.
Relief from the heat is on the way.
And online.
Highs in the 80s. Lower dew points will help.
93 WIBC Mobile News. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
The president says the meeting will go one of two ways. Nothing on radar, 71 degrees on Monument Circle, going up to 92 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:31. That is in Anchorage, Alaska right now, right ahead of President Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Anchorage today. More than 100 pro-Ukrainian protesters opposing the meeting between the two leaders. President Trump says he hopes to accomplish setting up a second meeting between Russia's president and Ukraine's president.
Likely in Europe between Mr. Putin and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. The president acknowledging an immediate ceasefire. This is probably not in the cards for this first meeting, nor is any talk of territorial division.
That's Fox's Kevin Cork.
In the meantime, in a video released by the Kremlin this morning, Mr. Putin appeared to praise what he called Mr. Trump's sincere efforts towards long-term peace, while also suggesting the U.S. and Russia could make a deal on nuclear arms control. Now, for his part, Mr. Zelensky says he believes that Putin is, quote, bluffing and doesn't really want peace.
And the meeting will also cover discussions on potential economic relations between the Russia and U.S. President Trump's takeover of the D.C. Police Department is facing lots of pushback.
An extremely divisive city council. You have liberal judges. You have no cash bail, as you said.
Attorney General Pam Bondi speaking with Fox News.
You have juveniles running rampant over this city, and you have a Metro Police Department. They want to do their jobs.
And D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser says the crime rate is at a 30-year low in the district. Two Bloomington women facing neglect charges after a 3-year-old girl was found unconscious and later died. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
The Monroe County Sheriff's Office says 27-year-old Kira Braun and 50-year-old Melissa Hicks are each looking at preliminary charges of neglect of a dependent after deputies found a 3-year-old girl unconscious inside a home near Bloomington last week. The girl later died at Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis. It's unknown what her relationship was to the two women, who are now being held in the Monroe County Jail. The young girl's death remains under investigation. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
If you plan to fly Air Canada this weekend, you should know that the flight attendants are not happy about their pay, so they may strike. which will lead to a total grounding of all the flights. The airline's 10,000 flight attendants are pushing for higher wages and better compensation. The NFL says Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders is bringing higher ratings to Browns games. The Browns win over the Carolina Panthers last weekend set an NFL Network preseason viewership record of 2.1 million people tuning in. And sports on WIBC brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com.
Just trying to do my job, do everything I can to help myself win this job. And then, anything the team needs from me, I'm pretty much open and available to helping them out any sort of way.
And that's Indianapolis Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson talking about his progress in camp and whether he's shown enough to earn the starting job.
I feel like I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Yeah, I've been better throughout this camp, but there's still things I need to work on, still things I need to clean up. And I still got to be a better quarterback for this team.
And Richardson is competing against Daniel Jones.
I've improved day to day. I've made progress kind of learning the system and executing. I think there's always things you're working on and trying to clean up.
And Daniel Jones says he really just wants to find out whether he'll win the starting job.
In this position, you know, obviously aware of it and thinking about it. Best strategy for me and for anyone in this situation is kind of focus as much as you can on what you need to do to continue to grow and improve.
And Jones will get the start at quarterback against the Green Bay Packers during preseason game number 2. On Saturday, that game kicks off at 1 o'clock. The Indiana Fever hosts the Washington Mystics tonight at 7:30, and Live Golf is coming to Westfield this weekend. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:35. Traffic on the 5s. What are you watching, Matt Bear?
All right, Ryan, looking at northbound 65 stop-and-go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split because of construction. Inbound 69 stop-and-go from 106th Street to 82nd. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 slows from 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now, what is the time right now? Oh, it's 7:36.
Whenever I'm out a wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Where friendly folks
Today
can gather.
on the marketplace. Missed my mark. Let me tell you what I got going on here. It's for you to decide, ladies and gentlemen. Is it cool or is it creepy? Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. During the show, during downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. Cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff. All sorts of stuff on the Marketplace. I bought, I've sold, I've done everything. The Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it, IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Text my name, Tony, to 46220, and you'll be able to get access to finding out whether or not you've got cash waiting for you. It's fast, it's easy, it's free. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Matt Bear, I ask you the following question. Are you a guy who is opposed to horror films?
No, I'm not. I very much enjoy horror films, Tony.
Okay. Do you like psychological thrillers, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. Mess my mind up. Absolutely, yeah.
Right?
Fantastic.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like a movie that leaves you saying, hey, what happened here?
Yeah. I definitely like that. I love that very much, that sensation.
This might be for you if all of those things apply. This is a keychain. Found this on the Marketplace. It is in Muncie. It is a keychain for the Overlook Hotel.
Woo!
Room 237.
Damn. I can't believe they stayed there and survived.
It's the keychain for the room in The Shining.
Yes.
The Shining hotel room keychain, new in package. Is that cool or is that super creepy?
I think it's super cool. You know, it's the Overlook Hotel. It's legendary. It's from this awesome Jack Nicholson classic horror movie. And I didn't know they still had 237 to open, especially everything that happened there. I mean, that's kind of crazy, don't you think?
I think that it's certainly. I think that this is being sold in Muncie kind of tells its own story.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
It always does.
People don't remember, Matt. Back in the day, I used to do stories about Muncie drunk.
Yeah. Hey, we're in Muncie.
Right.
Muncie
Yeah, that's right. Kyle Wells sang that song for us. We had a theme song and everything. And people from Muncie would complain, stop attacking our city. So I stopped. Out of love and respect. But every now and again, there's still a good Muncieism to bring up. This keychain is $8.
I think this would be fun for $8. Sure. I mean, you have to be kind of like an aficionado, though. You got to really like horror movies and just and be proud to display if you want this, because somebody walks in and sees this, they're like, "Ooh, I'm not sure I want to hang with this."
Yeah, I mean, but let's say, where are they walking into? Let's say you're on a date.
Ooh, I like this.
Right? You're on a date and you've gone out to dinner. It was a lovely meal, and you're driving her back to her place, and you open the door, of course, in your very, very fancy little sports car thingy there that you have.
Signed FRS.
And to do that, you unlock the door, although everyone has a fob now, but let's say it's old school. And you pull out the key, and there's this keychain that says the Overlook. You don't think that's a sign that she's like, hey, I have to go be anywhere else? Or does nobody is that just not even a thing anymore?
Well, I think it depends on who you're dating. I mean, if she's of the Gen Z millennial genre, I mean, she may not get it, but it could be a funny joke. Like, she goes up to use the restroom, and then you slide the key over to her section. When she comes back and sits down, she just sees it sitting there, and you kind of have a wry smile on your face like, yeah, this is what we're doing.
Hey, now. First of all, I just for the record, who had Matt Bear saying "wry smile" on their bingo card? That's something. That's bravissimo right there. That's good stuff.
You're like, hey.
So you're in for the $8.
Yeah, I want it. Sure, $8. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's cool. It's a scary movie. It's kind of funny in parts too. Shining. So.
It's kind of funny in parts.
Yeah, you know, they tried to get out using the snow cat there, and you know, Jack Nicholson's character kind of ruined it and disabled it. And I thought I got a kick out of that. I don't know.
Him chasing the kids with an axe?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the kids, but you know, it was a snow maze. Who doesn't have fun in a snow maze at the end of the movie? You know?
Hilarity ensues.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, snowman. You think Christmas? A lot of good things there.
So basically, you think The Shining is a comedy?
Well, no, not all of it. I think a lot of parts are really scary. Like, you know, there's nothing funny about a blood elevator. There's nothing funny about that. But it is kind of funny. Oh, I got locked in a stand-up freezer. You know, hardy har har. You know? And then the ghost let him out. Yeah, they had some funny parts in it. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, a blood elevator can be funny as long as it's not your blood. Right? It's the Mel Brooks line. The difference between comedy and tragedy. Tragedy is when I cut my little finger. Comedy is when you fall into an open sewer and die.
Such a great line.
It's so good.
That is such a legendary line. Yeah, it was a classic horror movie, though, and I want the key. I want the key, and I want the keychain. I think it's cool.
All right. $8. Christmas gift secured.
Boom!
From somebody. I'm not buying it for you, but somebody will. We've got everything listed over at WIBC.com from the marketplace, presented by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. It's going to be hot, people. Temperatures are not going anywhere but up. Can your HVAC system handle it? Yes or no? If the answer is no, what are you doing? Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. Talk to them about a new system. Talk to them about making sure your existing system is running at peak efficiency. Masters Heating and Cooling. David, the general manager of the entire team, they're going to take great care of you like they've taken great care of me. And they have incredible financing options. So whatever it is your need is, they have got you covered in 24/7 emergency service. They cover Central Indiana. They have covered Central Indiana, and they're going to take care of you beautifully. Masters Heating and Cooling. Talk to them today about your HVAC needs. What's going on? What's working? What's not? Where you need the help. they've got you covered. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505. Or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. But the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed.
Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
When you own a business, it feels like everything's on you. Orders, deliveries, employees, on you. That's why Comcast Business is giving you a year of mobile on us with your internet service. Really? Yep. We'll cover your first line of mobile for 1 year. So calling customers, getting directions, texting Janine and shipping, on us. The broken coffee maker? That one's still on you, which means you'll save hundreds for your business and get the fastest mobile service with 5G cellular and Wi-Fi hotspots on us. But hurry, this deal won't last long. Get a mobile plan and free up the budget to maybe, I don't know, fix that coffee maker? Get mobile on us for 1 year, you guessed it, on us. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/22/25. Restrictions apply. New mobile customers only with internet standard service or above. Limited to value of one unlimited intro line apply via 12 monthly internet bill credits. One discount per account. Fastest mobile based on mobile Wi-Fi and cellular data in service areas. Ookla Speed Test Intelligence 2H24.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear. It's all up to you.
Tony, Southside crash, northbound 65 before 465. Left lane is blocked. Traffic is slow back to Edgewood Avenue. Then on northbound 65, stop and go traffic again before Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. And a reminder, northbound 65 in the south side area is going to shut down from 465 up to the south split because of construction. That begins tonight at 9 p.m. and ends Monday morning at 6 a.m. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
68 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down.
Don't let pneumococcal pneumonia break your stride. If you're 50 or older, you're at increased risk. So be proactive with Capvaxive pneumococcal 21-valent conjugate vaccine to help protect against invasive pneumococcal disease and pneumonia caused by certain types of pneumococcal bacteria. Capvaxive helps protect against the strains of bacteria that cause about 30% more IPD cases than any other pneumococcal conjugate vaccine in adults over 50, according to national-level CDC stats. Regional variations may exist. Don't get Capvaxive if you're allergic to the vaccine or its ingredients. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system. Common side effects include injection site reactions, feeling tired, headache, muscle aches, and fever. Capvaxive does not protect against all strains. For more information, call 1-800-927-8888 or visit capvaxive.com. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Capvaxive. Need help paying for your Merck vaccine? Visit merckhelps.com. Sponsored by Merck.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like the Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $4,500. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by McAllister Machinery in Indianapolis to see their full line of Kubota or visit them online at McAllisterKubota.com.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Savor the DQ chicken strip basket with 4 seasoned chicken strips, fries, Texas toast, and DQ signature country gravy. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
If you're pressed for time, the WIBC Mashup Podcast is your shortcut to the smartest, sharpest, and strangest moments on air. It's the best content from Tony Katz, Kendall and Casey, and Hammer and Nigel. Updated daily. Find the WIBC Mashup wherever you get your podcasts.
Really hope everything goes great in Westfield for Live Golf. Hope you all have a wonderful time. I drove through a little bit of it yesterday. Certainly the signs are up. They think they've got the parking well in hand. I hope it's not only do I hope it's huge. I hope it becomes a regular thing. Good on Westfield. Good for them. Good for what they've been able to create and attract there. I hope it all goes smooth, and I hope none of it is treated like the Phoenix Open. If we could avoid that, we don't need it to be, state or super calm. We don't want people running half naked and puking in our neighbors' lawns. Somewhere in the middle is the kind of golf tournament you want. Live Golf, and dang it, we're the people to do it. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Great to be with you. I'd love to hear from the mayor about how it went. I don't know if the mayor's coming on August 23rd. Mayor Willis. Myself, actor Nick Searcy from Hollywood to the Heartland at West Fork Whiskey. He should. My gosh, he should. Mayors should be competing for our events, but I'll leave that for another conversation. There's been a lot of talk about redistricting. And people are getting involved in this story nationally. Is Indiana not going to listen to President Trump and engage redistricting? Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's the kind of comment that gets made for clicks, but is just proof of not understanding of the state. It is not, I think, to anybody's shock that Indiana Republicans aren't interested in this idea. J.D. Vance, the vice president, came to town. It was a closed-door meeting with Governor Mike Braun. I don't know what they talked about. It might have been the weather. Might have been cookie recipes. Who knows? But allegedly, redistricting was on the docket of things to discuss, redrawing the first district, where Democrat Frank Mrvan is, and turning that into a Republican district. This, of course, based on what Texas is doing. And a lot of people have decided that an argument is, don't get angry when other states do this. Texas started it. That isn't what happened. And I want to take people through this because you have to understand what it is Gavin Newsom is doing and why this idea of Texas started it is not connected to reality. First, the Governor Gavin Newsom pomade fear-mongering.
Well, I think it's pretty sick and pathetic. And it's just said everything you need to know, the setting that we're under. That they chose the time, manner, and place to send their district director outside right when we're about to have this press conference. Said everything you know about Donald Trump's America.
He's having a press conference, so ICE agents showed up and were doing their work. You better believe that showing America that we're serious about removing illegal immigrants and criminals from the streets. Yeah, we do this. And you, Governor Newsom, are not. One of the things that Newsom has said is that we are going to work on redistricting in California because of what Texas is doing, and we're going to wipe out 5 Republican seats. Just going to wipe them out. To which I, who understands that Indiana Republicans aren't interested in this thing, and I don't think Indiana voters so much are interested in this thing. Well, if that's the game we're going to play, redraw the districts and get rid of Mrvan and Carson. And some people will say to me, well, Texas started this. That is not the way this works. That is a ridiculous statement. Let us break it down clearly. Allow me. States get to decide how it is they are drawn, how these congressional maps are drawn. And they can decide it at any time. Yes, mid-decade is rare, but it is not unheard of. It is a political process to which Texans can decide on the representatives, and the people of Texas, if they don't like it, can vote those representatives out if they choose. California is saying, if you do this, we'll do that. That's retribution. That is the attack. And the answer, the only response to that is, well, if it's game on, it's game on. And now every state that is controlled by Republicans should draw out every single Democrat. Texas voters get to decide what's happening or what will happen to Texas legislators for engaging in this way. They get to make the call, not California acting like they're all upset and holier than thou. You want to say redistricting is wrong, so we're going to do it? Illinois already does it. We know California does it. Yes, everybody does this. And I'm not saying that we like it, where the way the maps are drawn. But this is a Texas issue for Texas, which is why I never considered it in Indiana, because it's their issue. But if California wants to play the game, okay, I think Indiana should play. This is how Cold Wars begin, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering. Matt Bear has traffic.
South side crash eastbound 465 before I-65. 2 right lanes blocked, jammed to South Meridian. And crash south side northbound 65 after Edgewood Avenue, blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic to Southport. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. Matt Bear at WIBC Traffic.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Whether you're dropping them off for the first day of school or they're driving themselves for the first time, we know you have enough on your mind. That's why Hubler's got you and your family covered for 100,000 miles. And we want you to spend less on back to school. That's why you can shop over 2,000 vehicles and buy with zero down. Zero down delivers. Plus, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. Bring us your old car for an immediate appraisal. Head back to school in a Hubler Q-certified vehicle with a free Carfax history report and a 128-point vehicle inspection. Hubler's got you covered. For 100,000 miles, visit drivehubler.com or any of our 13 convenient locations. Zero down delivers at Hubler. 'Cause Hubler's got you covered.
Select models approved credit. Warranty on select models less than 9 years old.
Cover me!
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with XFi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Kendall and Casey.
Look at how he just broke it further than it was already broken. Why would you think he's going to fix anything?
He had the chance.
You know you need to listen to? Us. We're the ones who are right. We're the ones who will tell you how it is. We're the ones who always stand up and own it. You need to listen to us. Stop listening to these politicians. They are to blame.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Central Indiana knows tough, but your water shouldn't be. Indiana ranks among the hardest water in the country, and your home is paying the price. Connecticut's non-electric technology means no timer, settings, or headaches. Just water that works, even when the power doesn't. And the twin tank design means clean, soft water 24/7. Connecticut water softeners are the solution, made in the U.S. Visit ConnecticutIndy.com and mention Made in the U.S. for an additional $250 off your purchase of a softener. Connecticut, American-made, Midwest tough.
From red carpets to red states, actor Nick Searcy has seen it all. He starred in the FX TV show Justified and movies like The Fugitive and Castaway. But what he saw in Hollywood and Washington, D.C. changed everything. He'll join Tony Katz for one night of unfiltered stories, sharp insight, and a little bourbon on the side. From Hollywood to the heartland. Saturday, August 23rd at West Fork Whiskey Company. Brought to you by Premier Arms and Boer Remodeling. Tickets on sale now at WIBC.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what kept Indianapolis police so busy this morning? Why a neighborhood in Southwest Indy was shut down for several hours on Thursday? What a Hoosier congressman is saying about the One Big Beautiful Bill, and what the Colts did at training camp with the Packers. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis. It's 8 o'clock.
High stakes. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump posted that in all caps, 3 exclamation points on Truth Social as he gets ready to take off for Alaska in his face-to-face meeting with Russian leader Vladimir Putin, trying to get him to stop the war in Ukraine. The president just got onto Air Force One 3 minutes ago. Fox's Peter Ducey's in Anchorage.
If this meeting goes sideways and the end of the war in Ukraine does not appear to be near, the president plans to punish Russia and Russia's trading partners with new economic sanctions. But if it goes well, President Trump is going to bring President Zelensky into the fold.
But Fox's Greg Palcott reports Putin may not be making many concessions.
It is assumed he will be asking for all the land, some 20% of Ukraine in the south and east that they've managed to occupy in all this time of fighting, basically keeping the front line as it is and maybe more.
Texas Democratic lawmakers who left the state planning to return after a special legislative session ends today, though the governor's threatened to call a new one. Former President Obama is in a call with those lawmakers, and he said they're inspiring, blocking a vote on a congressional redistricting thing that could give Republicans 5 more House seats in next year's election, something California is planning to counter.
We're here because Donald Trump, on January 6th, tried to light democracy on fire, tried to wreck this country, tried to steal an election.
Governor Gavin Newsom has called a special election in November to approve a California redistricting to give Democrats 5 more House seats. The governor was upset that as he held his news conference, Border Patrol agents were outside conducting immigration enforcement actions.
I think it's pretty sick and pathetic.
One person was taken into custody. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino said,
"We're here making Los Angeles a safer place. Since we won't have politicians that'll do that, we do that ourselves."
The day after a scare, about 5 envelopes containing white powder evacuated a federal building in New York City. That powder is being analyzed at the FBI's lab in Virginia. 2 employees in the mailroom of the Immigration Enforcement Office were exposed directly, but no one's been reported injured. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
1 person is dead and 2 are hurt. Nothing on radar. 71 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 92. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Window Nation. Here's what's trending at 8:02. 2 separate shootings in Indy early this morning happened within an hour of each other. The first happened near East Washington and North Sherman. When officers arrived, they found a man and a woman shot. About an hour later, they responded to a report of shots fired near 42nd and Post Road. There, they found a man lying in the street. They pronounced him dead at the scene, and they're looking into both of these shootings. killed with his own car. That's what Indianapolis police say happened on the southwest side of Indy Thursday. Here's Jake McDaniel.
IMPD says it happened in a neighborhood on Indy's southwest side off of West Troy Avenue and Denison Street, which is just east of South Lyndhurst Drive. The man who was hit was spotted. He was taken to the hospital in bad shape, where he later died. Police are looking into this, and you can give them a call if you have any information. Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You may have heard President Trump talk about his one big beautiful bill in terms of boosting the economy. Congressman Rudy Yoakum says he's visiting all 11 counties in his Indiana District 2 on the One Big Beautiful Hoosier Tour.
One of the things that McCormick told me that they're really excited about is the pro-business provisions, where they will be now once again incentivized to make investments in equipment, to make investments in new manufacturing space, which they plan to do because of the One Big Beautiful bill.
And his tour wraps up on August 29th. Day 13 of Indianapolis Colts training camp wrapped up their time at Grand Park Thursday with the Green Bay Packers joining for a joint practice. Kevin Bowen has that story.
The Packers defense certainly got the best of the Colts offensive operation, which continued to split reps between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. This ongoing quarterback battle will continue on Saturday at Lucas Oil Stadium when the Packers and Colts meet in week 2 of the preseason. In the 1 o'clock kickoff, you will see Daniel Jones start. The expectation is he will play around a half of the opening quarter before Anthony Richardson takes over and plays the rest of the first half. Kevin Bowen, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Fever will play the Washington Mystics tonight at home at 7:30. Indy Metro Police say that somebody has been breaking into cars during Fever games at the parking garage along Virginia Avenue. Tonight's game tips off at 7:30, and police are suggesting that you double and triple check locking your doors before you go to the arena. No Caitlin Clark in that game. She'll miss her 12th game in a row with a groin injury. She sat out a total of 21 games this year with that injury. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
Southside crash eastbound 465 between 31 and I-65 and blocks 2 right lanes. Only the left lane is available for travel right now. Traffic is stopped past South Meridian Street, 2 Bluff Road. Northbound 65 Southside crash after Edgewood Avenue, and it blocks the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to Southport Road. East side northbound 465 slow from 70 past Penn Pike. Northbound 65 Southside slow Raymond Street into the South Split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Under new ownership, visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening prices during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. We're going to look for the humidity values to really increase later this afternoon. It's going to be sunny and hot, highs near 90, feels like temperatures into the lower 90s. Clear skies tonight, but incredibly muggy. Lows will fall to only about 71. And then the heat is on this weekend. Sunny, hot, humid, 93, feels like temps close to the triple digits. Sunday, partly cloudy, hot, and incredibly humid, 94, with feels like temperatures between 100 and 105, and the heat continues into the first part of next week as well. So stay safe out there this weekend.
Yeah, that is brutal. I think the bigger question is, what is the weather next Saturday, specifically between 6 and 10 p.m.?
Well, I'll tell you this. I do think the pattern is going to change a bit, and we may even be below normal late next week.
So you'd say that's very good cigar and bourbon sipping weather?
100%.
That's good weather to eat barbecue and hang out with friends and hear great stories.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
make a baby.
Yes.
Hey now. Oh, wait.
There we go.
It's broken. No, it's broken. This is better.
Yes.
There it is.
There we go. It was very faint. All right.
I know. Now,
Okay.
and you can't be faint. You're talking about baby making.
Yes. No. That's correct.
Nope. Not for the faint of heart. Hey, kids going to school. How you doing? That's Tara Hastings from Wish TV.
Yes.
Sure is.
Yes. That is me.
I got nothing. I'm just smiling.
Are you just
grinning,
waiting
like
for
a
me?
fool. No. Sometimes the silence is everything.
It is, really. I agree. Uh-huh.
That's Tara Hastings from Wish TV. Tara, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Right now, we've got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:08.
Well, the first thing that's happening here is the welcoming of Putin back into the order of major mainstream nations. He is visiting the United States for the first time since he became a war criminal. He is standing with the most powerful person in the world, and it is a sign from Donald Trump, essentially, that all is forgiven. And so this is a big moment for Putin because he essentially is being legitimized in the eyes of the United States and in the eyes of the world. We know there's not...
Chris Murphy. Can't spell beta male without Senator Chris Murphy. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. This idea of he's welcome back in and this and... stop it. You have the continued invasion. You want to try and make it stop. You try and make it stop. He's the guy you're going to have to talk to if you're going to try and create a deal without putting troops on the ground, unless Senator Chris Murphy is advocating for troops on the ground. If he's not, how else then do you plan to make this stop? What's the plan here? How is it going to happen? There's nothing wrong with the meeting. Now, you can argue that you don't like Putin. I'll agree with you on that. You can argue that Putin is not our friend. I won't disagree with you on that. Trump is going for something specific. It is not a, oh my gosh, look how weak he is. This is just what happens when you don't have anything else to say. What did Biden do? He prevented Ukraine from being able to engage more aggressively early on. That could have thwarted this thing. And then, when realizing the re-election was not well in hand, then all of a sudden he was okay with long-range weapons and seeing if he could drag the U.S. into this conflict further. So, I'd love to see a peace deal. But I will tell you that although I've always favored sending bullets and weapons to Ukraine, it's what I favor. I don't favor dollars, and I don't favor our troops, our blood on the ground. Ukraine better understand that it's going to have to give up something to make this stop. Ukraine has to understand that. If not, NATO, which is to say the United States, better get ready for pointing guns at Russians. Because that's the only way this happens. If there is no land that is given. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm just telling you what the options are. The people are drinking less. And the bourbon industry is asking questions. That story is coming up. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
It's Hammer and Nigel for Window Nation, and it's the end of summer here in Indy, and your AC is working overtime just trying to keep your house cool and comfortable. What can you do to make a difference? Replace your old or builder-grade windows with new ones from Window Nation. Schedule a consult and get 50% off all window styles, plus you could even get them with zero down, zero payment, zero interest for 2 years, which makes Window Nation more affordable on average than other companies.
Window Nation's windows are made from high-quality materials, so they won't let the cool air out during the hot summer. They're so good, they're backed with a lifetime warranty, and they can install them in 1 day or less. With an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau and over 3 million windows installed, you can trust Window Nation for quality and service. But you have to hurry. This 50% off window sale ends soon, so don't miss out. Schedule your estimate right now at 866-90-NATION or visit windownation.com.
Everybody knows Hubler's got the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles. But did you know? Now you can get that same limited powertrain warranty on new Toyotas. Introducing the all-new Hubler Toyota. Get grand opening savings all month long. And right now, lease a new 2025 RAV4, just $349 per month. Or a new Tacoma, $299 per month. Plus, choose from Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, Tundras, and more.
Hubler's got you covered.
At the all-new Hubler Toyota on US 31 South in Indianapolis. Visit HublerToyota.com. Grand opening savings and the best warranty around. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Cover me!
Select models, approved credit, plus tax, tag, title, license, 249 dealer doc. RAV4 model 4432, Tacoma model 7540. 36 months, $29.99 due, zero security, 10,000 annual miles, 15 cents per mile thereafter. Expires 9/1.
He's Big Joe for Absolute Comfort, your trusted independent American Standard Air dealer. The owner is Chris Wettikin, and he sells the ductless Mitsubishi Electric Mini Split, which is a great way to heat and cool specific rooms in your home with geothermal efficiency and very low energy cost.
We have the low wall mount systems, we have high wall mount systems, and if you just don't want to see the unit, we have flush mount systems that can be built into the ceiling.
Check out the latest technology at AbsoluteComfort.org. Absolute Comfort is your trusted independent American Standard Air Mitsubishi Electric Elite Ductless Pro dealer.
Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers. Come see the full line of breathtaking Lincoln vehicles at Indiana's premier Lincoln dealership. From the moment you arrive at Tom Roush Lincoln, you'll know you've arrived. Shop over 200 new Lincolns in our state-of-the-art family-owned and operated dealership with no pressure. Just the award-winning service and respect you deserve, plus complimentary pickup and delivery for service. Luxury awaits you at Tom Roush Lincoln & Fishers.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
101 West Ohio, Indianapolis. CordellCordell.com.
Traffic on the fives. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Southside crash northbound 65 before forfeit 65. It's between Edgewood Avenue and the 465 ramps, and this is blocking two left lanes and stopping traffic back to Stop 11 Road. Eastbound 465 still on the south side. Crash before I-65. It blocks two right lanes. Stop and go traffic back to Bluff Road. East side northbound 465 slow from 70 up to Penn Pike. Traffic sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy press it forward custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:15.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
Join Sertoma Club of Greenwood for Wham Fest, a festival of wine, art, music, and microbrew. Saturday, August 16th at Greenwood's Craig Park. Tickets and more at whamfest.com.
It was a Gallup poll, and it says Americans are drinking less. Now, this has been an ongoing conversation. Tony Katz, good to be with you. And you guys know I do Eat, Drink, Smoke, the Cigar and Bourbon Show, heard all across the country. We have been discussing this regularly. Gen Z is not a drinking generation. Between their own views of quote-unquote health, Ozempic, with other generations, other things, drinking is just not what they do. It's definitely non-alcoholic is where they're at. Bars that just do mocktails, non-alcoholic beers like Athletic. It's been a thing, and the bourbon industry is feeling it in a large way. That doesn't mean that it's all going away. There are still local distilleries. There are still major distillers. And me, I'm still a huge fan of the art. I love it. Julian Jones joins me right now from West Fork Whiskey, Westfield, Indiana. I should say that right. Julian Jones joins me now from West Fork Whiskey in Westfield, Indiana. See, that's the proper way to say it. Not only getting ready for the Live Golf event that's taking place there, but also the home of my event with actor, producer Nick Searcy from Hollywood to the Heartland that is taking place at West Fork Whiskey in Westfield. The Old Hamer brands, the West Fork brands. And I want to get into the event itself because I'm thrilled that you guys are a part of it and you've really added some things to it that are going to it's going to sell us out. The things you've added to it are going to cause the sellout. But let's start with the industry itself. As you pay attention to these things, you've owned this distillery. You're putting out the barrels, but the world has changed post-COVID. What is it that you guys are seeing?
Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head with, kind of the reasons and that the kids really aren't drinking. So it has been a challenge, it's a challenge to realign, prices, values, products, offer new products, offer products without alcohol. But obviously, West Fork Whiskey, we are, at our core, a whiskey maker and always will be. But yeah, strong headwinds, not just for us, smaller kind of distilleries, but the big players too. So it really is a challenge that we think about, we talk about every day, to try and figure it out.
To that end, this is very often this is a conversation about economics, that the bigger guy has more ability to wait this out, have more ability to keep their product on the shelves, to own the shelf space, making it harder for smaller distillers to break in. Is this a marketing conversation? Is it a story conversation? Some of the things, if you can, that you're doing at West Fork Whiskey, your brother Blake, your partner David McIntyre, that you guys are doing over at West Fork Whiskey to try and further find your spot, your place as you grow.
Yeah, you're absolutely right that, I don't think Buffalo Trace or Heaven Hill is going to be going out of business anytime soon. While they are struggling, it is much harder on the smaller, less well-capitalized, less historic distilleries to figure out a way to, keep the lights on, keep the doors open, while keeping your products affordably priced. So we've done the mocktails thing. We, in fact, have a new Delta 9 spirit called Aura, which is hemp-derived, no alcohol in that, because the kids are certainly drinking cannabis-type products, more so recently than they are, your typical bourbons and whiskeys and the things that we classically and the industry classically produces and has seen a growth cycle until, very recently.
Talking to Julian Jones of West Fork Whiskey, westforkwhiskey.com. You've got some award winners for sure, including the Hugh Hamer, which is rum finished. And we actually review that on Eat, Drink, Smoke this weekend, so people can get the podcast or listen to the radio show and hear our review of that. But to the idea of where the bourbon drinker is it about, hey, you got to have a special finish? Maker's Mark went through a whole series of these with their finishing series. You see a lot of this happening. Is it you got to have some kind of unique flavor? Is it trying to keep yourself to the core of what bourbon is, stick to the caramels, stick to the oaks? Where do you see West Fork playing in the space?
Sure. Yeah, honestly, we're not going to out Kentucky, right? So we need unique finishes. We need unique mash bills. We bill ourselves as a high corn bourbon distillery, very much on purpose. It's kind of an open secret that Kentucky has been using our world-class Indiana corn to make their bourbon for a very long time. And the other thing that they think, and obviously does make really delicious bourbon, is limestone filtered water. We have that right here in Indiana. So, we try and keep at least enough to the core that, you get some of those traditional caramels and vanillas that you would from a typical 4-grain bourbon from our neighbors down south. But we certainly put our own slant on it. You mentioned our Old Hamer and Hugh Hamer line. Those are 99% corn, 1% malted barley. It's a super unique mash bill. We were really the first to bring that to market. But it gets enough of that nostalgia and those typical bourbon notes, but it's different enough that it's not just an also-ran, right?
talking to Julian Jones of West Fork Whiskey, westforkwhiskey.com. So you've got the distillery there. Then you have the bar and tasting lounge called Stave. Then you've got the restaurant itself called MASH. So you have a lot going on that people can come and do distillery tours or eat and everything else. You've got the whole kind of thing going. And then you have the event center. And that is where I am hosting From Hollywood to the Heartland, August 23rd. Myself and actor, producer Nick Searcy from Justified, Castaway, Runaway Jury. Fantastic dude. He's created documentaries, not just written, produced documentaries about January 6th. A lot of film and television work, as people know. We're going to be doing Hollywood stories, DC stories, why we live in the Midwest now. It's going to be happening at your place at West Fork Whiskey. And for I saw you yesterday, and you said we could do this bigger, we could do this bolder, we could do it better. And now we're getting into distillery tours. We've added a bourbon and wax dipping, which could have a lot of different ways you take that. So walk me through what it is you're going to be offering people who attend on August 23rd.
Yeah, so in addition to everything that you said, about the event, we are going to have some special bottles that will be available only to the VIPs that come through. I will be tasting that with some of my team before the show. So definitely encourage you to pick up one of those VIP tickets. It's going to be a really awesome experience. In addition to that, we will be tasting a select number of bourbons throughout the show with the ability to purchase those bottles. Like you said, we can wax dip, really cool little feature. But then, once things start slowing down, we have a nice cigar. We certainly are going to collect the scragglers of the group, and we'll do a nice little whiskey tour through the building, and probably drill some barrels and see what kind of fun we get ourselves into.
Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Yes, you're going to be able to get some deals on some West Fork whiskey bottles. Take those home with you as gifts. All the sponsors will be there. Premier Arms and PA Jewelers, Boer Remodeling, Just Add Water Boats, Defiance Beef, all going to be hanging out. It's going to be fantastic. Julian Jones, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us, man. Look forward to seeing you August 23rd. West Fork Whiskey, westforkwhiskey.com. Appreciate your help with this, making this happen. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much. The 23rd. That's Julian Jones right there. Matt Bear has traffic.
Southside crash, eastbound 465 before I-65, and right now 2 right lanes are blocked in traffic. Stop and go back to Bluff Road. Still on the south side, crash northbound 65 between Edgewood Avenue and 465. 2 left lanes are blocked. Jam to stop 11 Road. I'm considering using 31 to Madison instead. Remember, Madison also under construction. Crash east side, New York Street at LaSalle. Traffic sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies with nationwide LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, this is Rob. The Minnesota Vikings are taking heat for having male cheerleaders. Jerry Lopez in for Casey. We'll talk about it Friday, 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Peace of mind in your investment portfolio. Is it possible? Yes, it is. It is very much. And Trajan Wealth will show you how to achieve that peace of mind with their upcoming must-see movie event. It's called Retirement on the Brink, and it's September 25th at Flick's Brewhouse in Carmel. Go to retirementonthebrink.com to reserve your VIP seat or call 1-800-670-0366. That's 800-670-0366. This eye-opening documentary is for everyone nearing retirement or just starting out in their investment career. It's a roadmap for investing, a way to secure that peace of mind, knowing you've done everything you can to secure your post-work future. Reserve your VIP seat today at 800-670-0366 or go to retirementonthebrink.com. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement, DBA in most states at Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Another update is just minutes away.
President Trump, Friday's summit in Alaska, stop the war in Ukraine. Zelensky will not be part of those talks.
Hear the news.
Senator Adam Schiff leaked classified provide information to damage President Trump in his first term.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Indiana House Democrats, Texas Democrats, in Chicago.
A president desperately wants to cling to power.
On air.
Relief from the heat is on the way.
And online.
Highs in the 80s, lower dew points will help.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
Neighborhoods are popping up everywhere, but if you want something different than what you're currently seeing, Joyner Homes, based out of Greenfield, can build you a unique custom home on your own private lot or anywhere you can bring your own builder. They've built hundreds of homes across central Indiana. Visit Joyner Homes Model Homes or go to joynerhomes.com to see floor plans and pricing and more. With Joyner Homes, you can even start from scratch if you want. Check out their 5-star Google reviews and visit joynerhomes.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
The state of Texas can require voter ID for mail-in ballots.
It's not required already.
But Joe Biden got 82 million legal votes, Nigel. If you think otherwise, you might as well put the tinfoil hat on, okay? I don't think it's asking too much to have some sort of proof that you're a legal citizen in your mail-in ballot. Find a way.
Hammer and Nigel, weekdays 3 till 7 on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Sun's up, the coffee is brewing, and Tony Katz is your morning information barista.
Tony Katz, good to be with you.
Clarity.
We're not interested in having this debate. We're only interested in honestly addressing the issue.
Context.
We should not present this in any other light. The objective is the destruction of Western civilization.
And a little caffeine.
Only the Constitution should rule.
Tony Katz in the morning news. Weekdays 6 till 9 on 93 WIBC.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window, we mean business.
Kendall and Casey.
Look at how he just broke it further than it was already broken. Why would you think he's going to fix anything?
Had the chance.
You know who you need to listen to? Us. We're the ones who are right. We're the ones who will tell you how it is. We're the ones who always stand up and own it. You need to listen to us. Stop listening to these politicians. They are to blame.
Kendall and Casey. Weekdays 9 till noon on 93 WIBC and WIBC.com. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
Air Force One is headed to Alaska. Nothing on radar here in downtown Indianapolis where it's 71 degrees. We're going up to 92. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31. President Trump is meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin in Anchorage, Alaska today, and Ukrainian President Zelensky will not be there. Discussions could open up the possibility of a ceasefire as the war in Russia and Ukraine continues.
Could be a turning point in the years-long war between Ukraine and Russia. The White House is calling it a listening exercise. It is assumed Putin will ask for land, some 20% of Ukraine in the south and east, that Russian forces have conquered during fighting, including recent gains. It's called a land swap, but some analysts are calling it a land grab, with Ukraine getting little in return. For his part, President Trump says he wants a ceasefire, and he says there will be no commitments on territory until Zelensky is at the table. Trump has been pitching a three-way summit.
That's Fox's Greg Palcott reporting from London. There is a big storm brewing for the East Coast.
Tropical storm Erin is expected to grow into a hurricane today. She's still east of the Leeward Islands, but tropical storm watches are already posted in some places there. By early Sunday, forecasters expect Erin will reach major hurricane status, meaning at least Category 3. By then, Aaron's center will be north of Puerto Rico and possibly impacting that U.S. territory. The extended track shows a more northward direction next week, which could potentially keep it away from the U.S. eastern seaboard, but that is still uncertain. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox News.
The Powerball jackpot has reached $565 million because nobody got the 6 numbers in Wednesday's drawing. That surpasses the $526 million jackpot that somebody won in March back in California. An Indianapolis woman got a call that a mother never wants to get. Here's Johnette Cruz.
Taylor's dad called me and said Taylor's been shot.
That's Ashley, the mother of Taylor J. Miller, who got the call that her 21-year-old son had been shot multiple times while servicing a home. A few hours later, Taylor died. Since then, Ashley claims a series of missteps have happened with IMPD detectives, which have prevented any movement in the case.
No one was investigating my son's death for 60 days after it happened.
In a statement sent to WIBC, the IMPD says they are committed to seeking justice for Taylor and for every victim of violence in our community. Johnette Cruz, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The first woman to skateboard across the United States is expected to skate to Virginia Beach today and finish her tour. She's scheduled to get in at 5 p.m., and her name is Brooke Johnson. She started 118 days ago in Venice Beach, California, and has raised about $50,000 for charity. Sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indianapolis Colts play their only home preseason game tomorrow against the Green Bay Packers, and their head coach still hasn't named a starting quarterback.
We'll work through that. You know, we obviously had today. We got a preseason game. We got some practices next week, and we'll work through it. Again, I don't have an exact timetable on it, but sooner than later would be nice.
And Shane Steichen says Daniel Jones will get the start this weekend, and Anthony Richardson will come in after him.
Both have been doing a nice job, so we'll go from there. But I'm pleased with both of them. I mean, I want to see how this thing plays out on Saturday, and then we'll see, early next week and see where it goes.
A couple of injuries for the Colts to tell you about. Colts defensive end Samson Ebukam and wide receiver Josh Downs left practice yesterday, a joint practice with the Packers. Tomorrow's kickoff is 1 o'clock. The Indiana Fever play the Washington Mystics tonight without Caitlin Clark, who will miss her 12th game in a row with a groin injury. So Kelsey Mitchell has been stepping in at point guard for head coach Stephanie White.
I think Steph does a good job of not even making it a big deal. I like to think that that's me, the player I am, and who I try to be. I don't make it a big deal. I'm just trying to make the right plays.
And tonight's game starts at 7:30. Catch Fever coverage over on 107.5 The Fan starting at 7. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
All right, Ryan, south side crash, eastbound 465 between 31 and I-65. Right now, 3 right lanes are closed, and we are stopped past Bluff Road. Northbound 65 south side, another crash. It's after Edgewood Avenue, blocking 2 left lanes, jamming traffic. Back to Stop 11 Road. Northbound 65 slows again on the south side from Raymond Street into the south split because of road construction. Crash on the east side. It's New York Street at LaSalle. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:36.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee?
I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. The Dow futures right now are up 224. NASDAQ futures are down 35. Oil prices where they have been. You've got West Texas crude at $63.59. Brent crude at $66.53. Just no real movement, no real changes at all. 10-year Treasury at 4.297%. I guess J.D. Vance is vacationing in the UK. Do I have this right? And the people there are trying to say you're not welcome to be here, go home. Okay. Weird people. Very weird people. Guys on vacation, just, let him spend his money and then go about your life. Just go live your life. Not everything requires this. But it's nice to know that in the UK, they can stand up to J.D. Vance, but still not able to stand up to Islamists. And maybe we know why. And when you realize that they're willing to stand up to the Vice President of the United States and not willing to stand up to the Islamists, maybe you realize who might actually be more dangerous and who you're more afraid of and who the bigger problem is. Okay? So to all these liberal white women who are there protesting J.D. Vance there in the UK, please know that we know that you're cowards. You're upset with the guy who thinks you should be able to live in peace, and you won't say anything about the people who are going to make you live under a burqa or pay the jizya. Or both. Have I said anything that isn't absolutely factual? The answer is no. I move on. General Electric shifting production. They are going to move $3 billion worth of investment into the United States, and they're going to ship production of refrigerators, gas rangers, and water heaters from China and Mexico to Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and South Carolina. We don't get any of that. We don't have any GE manufacturing here. Didn't we just lose some manufacturing? They decided not to build in Indiana. Was it an auto? I bring this up because we're not really talking about Indiana growth right now, and we need to be. And I brought it up to Governor Braun in our interview the other day. First, don't tell me that these first 8 months have been so successful, and we have to discuss property taxes and cigar taxes. And cigar taxes is really, you thought there would be a shortfall, and the answer was go after the cigar industry. You should have taxed lawyers and kale. No one cares about lawyers and kale. If you were to create a list of things people care about, cigars would rank higher than lawyers and kale. If you had a clearance sale on lawyers and kale, you would, at the end of the day, have the same amount of lawyers and kale that you had at the beginning of the day. But if you had a discount sale on cigars, you would sell out of cigars. I have not said anything that isn't completely factual. For the lawyers who now want to come at me, please, get in line. Learn how to take a joke. I know I'm going to get sued, but so what? Honestly, so what? But we're not, I don't think we're addressing the business properly. And I found Governor Braun's answer regarding the IEDC to be woeful. I have nothing against the people on the IEDC. I have something of an issue with whether or not we're going after the industry properly. And right now, based on what I'm seeing, I don't see it. I don't see it. It doesn't all have to be super high tech. I think you want the mix of things, maybe to a 70-30 mix of the high tech and the high paying, et cetera. That said, I don't see where this group's going at it. Well, we want to build Midwest Main Street. I love Midwest Main Street. Midwest Main Street grows from smart opportunity and smart growth in the other places. Right now, I don't see it. And I'm telling you that the Republican Party of Indiana is not showing itself to be a level of visionary. Not right now. I'm going to see where the rest of this year goes. I can't be the only person who is not thrilled with what I see. Man, I'd love to be wrong. Man, I don't think I am. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Another update is just minutes away.
President Trump, Friday's summit in Alaska, stop the war in Ukraine. Zelensky will not be part of those talks.
Hear the news.
Senator Adam Schiff leaked classified information to damage President Trump in his first term.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Indiana House Democrats, Texas Democrats, in Chicago.
A president desperately wants to cling to power.
On air.
Relief from the heat is on the way.
And online.
Highs in the 80s, lower dew points will help.
93 WIPC Mobile News.
Hey, it's Matt Bear for Concrete Exteriors, and don't wait to beautify your home. Storms might have damaged your roof or siding, but Concrete Exteriors is on your team. Concrete Exteriors now offering free inspections to assess the condition of your home. Blown-offs to full replacements, dings to dents. Concrete Exteriors knows the insurance process and will make your home as good as new as fast as possible. Help your home find the fountain of roof for your free, no-obligation consultation. Schedule today at concreteexteriors.com or call 317-ROOFING. Concrete Exteriors, referred for a reason for over 15 years.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's four walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
It's Terry Stacy. How many of you started the year with good intentions of losing weight and getting in shape by spring? Well, if you didn't hit that goal, Exercise Inc. can help. Exercise Inc. has been helping people get stronger, build muscle, lose weight, and transform their health for over 20 years. The program works, and guess what? It only takes 20 minutes a week. Their unique training method was developed in an osteoporosis research study to help prevent bone mineral loss in older women. The women in the study ended up getting very strong in a short amount of time. When the method was applied to normal, healthy adults, both men and women got a lot stronger. Their Simple 9 nutritional program has helped their clients lose over 37,000 pounds since 2013, and they've seen clients lower their blood pressure, improve their blood sugar, and get off prescription meds. Their coaches are professional, their gyms are private. Get started now before summer gets here. Locations in Avon, Brownsburg, Fishers, Greenwood, and Zionsville. Change your life in 20 minutes a week. Go to exerciseinc.com.
Traffic on the 5s, and Matt Bear, what do you know?
Yeah, Tony, Southside crash eastbound 465 before Keystone Avenue. And it's blocking 2 right lanes, stopping traffic, not quite to I-69. We're definitely back to Harding, though. Northbound 65 on the south side, crash after Edgewood Avenue, slow to stop 11 Road. Crash east to side. This is New York Street at LaSalle Street. And northbound 65 south side, stop and go traffic before Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trusted local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
69 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:46.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Ultra.
Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Recovery is a journey, and no one walks it alone. The Supporting Sobriety podcast helps friends and families understand addiction, offer support, and care for themselves along the way. Hosted by Matt Baer and Ryan Hedrick. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Is this an actual theme song?
Yeah, it's the music bed for an actual theme song.
Because I'm pretty sure this is the music that Matt Baer makes in his closet studio and is convinced this is going to get me the ladies. Wow, this is terrible. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. What's going on, everybody? I should learn how to speak. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that television theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. This is terrible. So people have been guessing in the chat room. They think, is it a cop show or something like that? I think it's a sports thing.
No.
You said no, Producer Carl?
Yes, no.
Well, I think you lied. I have no clue. You know what? I'm going to phone a friend, Matt Baer. Matt Baer, what the heck is this theme song?
That's Solomon's Porch, Tony.
Solomon's Porch.
What are you talking about? Were those even words?
You don't remember Solomon's Porch?
I was busy remembering things that are real. What the heck is Solomon's Porch?
I just Googled it. It's a Temple Mount complex in Jerusalem during the time of Jesus. That's
so
they made a TV show about it.
Is that what they did?
Yes, they did.
And this was the theme song.
Very popular. Very popular. The host of the show was Solomon.
I have no idea what this is. Some people think it's anime. Do you have a hint for us, Producer Carl?
Well, let me play the actual theme. That was the music bed.
From Hollywood, the entertainment capital of the world, it's the 1986 competition of Star Search. With your host, Ed McMahon, and special guest tonight from Hill Street Blues, Michael Warren, and last week's returning Star Search champion, female vocalist Teresa Henderson.
I would not have gotten that. I give that 2.5 stars. That's a completely different show. Good Lord. I would not have got. So for everybody who doesn't know, Star Search was basically the idea of American Idol and The Voice and Who's Got America's Got Talent and Last Comic Standing in one show. It was basically a variety show with people who had skill and total weirdos. And it was hosted by Ed McMahon. Yes, you are correct, sir.
Hi-yo.
Which is really me doing Phil Hartman doing Ed McMahon. The only thing those two have in common right now is that they are both dead. So that was Star Search. And you could actually get, instead of 4 stars, you could actually only get 3 3/4 stars. And sometimes you'd lose by a 1/4 star. That was rough. But that was the show. Matt Baer, did you watch Star Search?
No, I did not. I was not. I don't think I was around for Star Search yet. You know, at least not able to view TV and understand what I'm watching.
It was on in 86.
I was 8. I was 8 years old in 86. I mean, I was watching cartoons and, you know, coyotes and rabbits blow each other up, that kind of thing.
You're watching Coyotes and Rabbits. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Wile E. Coyote, yeah, is a big thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Got it right there. Star Search, ladies and gentlemen. I've got nothing else. I have got nothing else but Star Search right there. That's it. Can I bring up something personal? I saw that Hammer and Nigel were doing their 2000th episode, 2000th show yesterday, and I think that's wonderful and great and mazel tov. They created a little video afterward with Hammer and producer Allison, while the video was a little bit of a comedy piece where Allison could not have cared less about the 2000th episode, she said, "Thanks for the job." I want it clearly stated that Allison started here and is a quitter who left for afternoons because she couldn't handle waking up early in the morning. I don't want her getting any love or respect. She's a quitter. A flat lever, as the kids would say if the kids were born in 1944. And that did pave the way for producer Carl. So you see, it all worked out. But there's only one person who's responsible for giving you a job, and I don't even know if it's me. But it ain't Hammer and Nigel. Thank you, producer Allison. I've said enough. Was that personal, producer Carl, or was that all right?
That's pretty hardcore.
Was that hardcore?
Yeah.
Was that hardcore? So, I'll take it. By the way, Allison is now on. So she does Hammer and Nigel, and then she does the Denny and Pat show, the Home and Garden show, or whatever. I believe they just call it the self-serving show now. I'm pretty sure is what that is. And so she does a lot. She does a fair amount on this station. That's producer Allison. It's very impressive. But I just want to say, thanks for the job. You're welcome, Allison. You're welcome. Get your tickets for August 23rd, tickets.tonykatz.com, and Eggfest is tomorrow. Eggfest at Sullivan Hardware and Garden. You can actually see producer Allison and remind her that it was Tony Katz that gave her a job. I don't even know if that's true, but I'm saying it. I'm just saying it. I'm just going to put it out there. But it wasn't Hammer and Nigel. That's where she fled to because she was weak. I'm about to get a call from HR. I'll catch you guys at noon. Matt Bear, what's up?
Northbound 65 south side crash before 465 blocking the left lane. Stop and go traffic back to Southport Road. Also south side eastbound 465 before I-65. A crash blocking two right lanes. Stop and go traffic back to Bluff Road. Crash on the east side is new.